Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm on a completely brand new account in the game known as TDX. And you guys probably clicked on this because you want to, learn how to play, get an easy start, level up, or become, at least get the best grind on, I guess. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe, and apart from that, let's get straight into it. So, as you can see, I have literally nothing apart from rangers. So the first thing I want to do is, let's go in the shop. Let's see what we can get. I think we should probably go first for... The first we should probably get is either shotgunner or operator. These are like the best starter towers, and once you've done that, the next thing you should go for, if you get shotgunner, I'd say you should probably go for cryoblaster. And the reason why is because you start soloing easy mode on that insane map, an impossible map called baseplate. So yeah, we're gonna grind first, easy mode, we're gonna go into a game. So yeah, this is how you start. You start by just getting some cash out first off. You just need to get some money. So I'd say the first map you should probably try to get is, I think Winter Fort would be the best one, so you can get some extra money out of it. You'll also get a bonus for the first time completing it on this map, so if I were you, I'd always play on a different map every time if you can. That way you can make money. I honestly recommend always going top path whenever you get Ranger for the start of this game. I'm not sure how I have the speed game pass. Either way, let's get a 2-2 Ranger, then you go 2-3 obviously, and then you just spam down ranges. You can skip a bit, it depends on how confident you are at playing the game. I just skip because I don't want to take 2 hours in the first match. Everything I'm going to be doing is going to be by myself in a solo, so it's nothing that you can't achieve normally. But if you have friends, ask them to carry you on expert. It's honestly the best thing for early game for you to do as a new player. That way you can get way more gold than I will. And also here I'll tell you a little bit about other modes. There's a bunch of things like resistances in this game. On this mode there's no resistance, and as you can see our towers, you can just hover over them and you see their name. Normally these towers and other modes will have a health bar. You have to be careful because bosses and other enemies sometimes can attack your towers and they will die. This tower they have health, so you have to be really careful about how you place them. Maybe get stuff like medics, stuff like that to help your towers out, because otherwise you will probably lose towers really fast. And if you lose too many towers, you have no defense. It costs a lot to replace them. I don't think you get money if they die, and yeah, like that they'll win and you will not beat the mode. Resistances, there's stuff like the different types of damage. For example, there's laser damage from something called a laser gunner. I'll show you where it is later in the shop. There's also explosion damage, bullet damage like how these rangers do, stuff like that. When enemies have resistances like that, they take less damage from that source. For example, I think 50% resistance is half damage. I'm really not sure how it works, but yeah, there is some stuff like that. They're a complete noob to Tatverse games. There's a little thing called a health bar up here, and you see how much health these guys have. If they leak and hit your base, you will lose health, and if you reach 0, you lose the game. So you have to be really careful about that. Anyways, in normal mode, easy mode, I mean, you don't have to worry about resistance or anything. The game mode is literally brain dead. It's made for, even if you mess up like constantly, you can't really lose. It's just made like that, unless you like skip too much, stuff like that. Only skip when you're like sure you can deal with the wave before the next one starts. I'll cut to me back in the lobby after I finish beating this game. I'll cut to the boss wave so you guys can see how exactly it goes down on the final wave, and then I'll show you what to get next. And here's the final boss. As you can see, it has 40,000 health. Oh, also this is the first boss that has resistances. As you can see, it has 30% collision resistance. That's collision, by the way, the grey one. And as you can see, the rangers on the top path will just destroy this thing. It's not even a competition. Absolutely destroyed. And that's a good thing, because you don't want to try and play against a really hard boss on such a easy mode. You can also stun your towers, but you can't kill them, don't worry. You will not lose any towers in this battle. And there it goes. Simple as that. You've earned 789 cash, which is 80% more for playing on a new map that you haven't played on before. As you can see, I got an achievement for it too. Let's go back to lobby now real quick. Let's start getting some towers and stuff. Now the next thing you want to do is go to this little shop button right here. Check out the shop in case you didn't do it earlier. And as you can see, it's a lot of level requirements. Unless you're rich, you don't want to really be buying any of them. And if you are rich, I'd recommend getting the golden mobster. So you want to get shield tower. You'd also want to get golden juggernaut. Yeah, those two are pretty important in like a lot of modes. So if you're really desperate to skip the grind, you might as well just get those. Otherwise, just like me, you're gonna keep grinding. Anyways, as you can see, you get some achievements for doing various things, because you get extra gold and XP from them, and you can also get some badges and stuff for it, so make sure you do that. You can also do a tutorial to get some extra cash. And yeah, so next up, there's also a battle pass if you want to get some extra stuff. Like you can get gold from it, 1500 gold. That's a pretty good deal. 1800 airstrikes, abilities, skins, You also get a special tower near the end. Enough yapping, let's get back to the shop. Let's get ourselves the shotgunner. We're gonna save up next to get our hands on the cryo blaster, and that's gonna be our main way of winning on the impossible map, and that's what we're gonna be grinding right after this. So next up, you wanna go back into play, click party, make sure to click party whenever you do this so you don't end up inconveniencing other people. And I'd say next up you wanna go to intermediate and start playing that with the shotgunner. That should be enough so you can probably beat it. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention, as a noob you should probably put your towers closer together to get better, more placement room anyways, because putting them far apart like this will mean that you can't place a tower anywhere there and you lose out on room. So I'd highly recommend that you should put them closer together. That way you won't struggle as much on placing your towers, and you can enjoy your game like that. See, another win. Alright, now that we're back, we have to now get the cryo blaster, and the reason why we get this before anything else is that, well, you see in a second, you want to just go into play again, and this time you're gonna have to gamble a bit to hopefully get the map. It's an impossible map, it's called base plate, so you're just gonna keep gambling until you get it. But as you can see here, we finally got on base plate. It took me about 5 minutes to find it. It would not spawn in, I'm not sure why. It took a lot of attempts, but here we are finally. So now what you want to do in this map is put down a shotgunner, upgrade him actually in this case. You don't want to put a second one down, and you're gonna want to put cryo blasters down later, but not right now. You just want to get some shotgunners down, one both of them, as in upgrade them both on each path once, and then just go from there. Make them 2 each. And just upgrade the shotgunners. Honestly, there's nothing much you can do here apart from just spam shotgunners for now. So keep upgrading them until they're max. Maybe get an extra one if you want to make sure you don't leak. Like for example, 3, 4, 2 upgrades, 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Probably good until you can finally afford a max shotgunner. Alright, now that you have 3 max shotgunners, what you want to do is start getting some cryo blasters on the bottom path, and this will be pretty important. If you want, you can set the strongest, doesn't really matter. You can really do whatever, but this will guarantee it locks onto the boss once it spawns. And what we're going to do in this map, we're going to freeze the boss. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to freeze the boss with these cryo blasters until he cannot move. We're going to just blast him to death really slowly with these shotguns, and that's the plan. That's how you grind on an impossible map on easy mode, and that'll be your early game grind. You're probably gonna do this a lot of times so you can get some cash out, get some towers and stuff, and yeah, that's basically how we're gonna go about this. So you wanna just max out, like I'd say 6 or 7 of these cryo blasters to the bottom path, and you should be all good. Just honestly freeze him. I don't think he can resist this much freeze. Yep, there you go. And now he's frozen. Now you can just sit there and take it like a man. And you can do absolutely nothing about it. He can do that, I suppose. He really can't do much about it, and there he goes, he's dead. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you beat easy mode on an impossible map. You get 165, 500 without the boost for the first time win. That's 500 per every 10 minutes, and that's probably a decent grind for early game. I'm not sure if it's any better. You probably speed this up somehow, but yeah. And for me, it took me about actually around 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and that's not a joke. It was actually around 7 minutes because you had the speed boost, so it goes a bit faster. So yeah, it's about 7 minutes for 100 gold. So the next part of the towers you want to get are probably operator, then farm, then missile trooper, then DJ, then Juggernaut, and that will be your main loader right off the bat. Missile Trooper, Operator, Juggernaut, DJ, Farm, and you don't need Cryo Blaster for Expert. That'll be an expert loader, by the way. I'm pretty sure you can maybe win with it. You can be expert if you had medic. If you don't have medic, just stick with intermediate mode. If you're feeling really risky about it, go for elite. You want to bring operator and missile trooper for that, if I remember right. If you guys want me to continue and actually like manually grind it out, show you guys how to do it, then make sure to like the video, like maybe 500 likes for part 2, because the grind gets pretty long from here. I don't really want to go ahead and continue trying to get more towers, since hold on, I'll show you in a second. As you can see right here, I already have literally everything unlocked, so if you guys do want me to, then make sure to let me know in the comments below.